For 7 months, she cleaned the Apache's chain gun without saying a word. Just another tech in coveralls, until Major Blackwood spotted something on her sleeve that made his blood run cold. If you want to know how this story ends, subscribe to Tales of Valor and hit that notification bell. Forward Operating Base Vanguard, aircraft hangar, scorching desert heat. Tech specialist Zephrine Thorne arrives before dawn, like always. The massive AH-64 Apache looms before her, its 30mm M230 chain gun waiting for meticulous attention. Gray hair, weathered hands, eyes that never quite meet anyone else's. "Morning, General Dust Mop," a young mechanic calls out mockingly. The others laugh. Zeph doesn't respond, never does. She begins methodically disassembling the weapon system, every movement efficient, experienced, like she's done this hundreds of times before. Major Blackwood rushes in late for a briefing, decorated pilot with a confident stride, his flight suit adorned with patches telling the story of a distinguished career. As he hurries past Zeph, something catches his eye. He stops cold. On Zeph's arm is a patch, faded, black with a gold eagle. Below it, eagle Talon. "Is that patch real?" he asks, voice barely audible above the hangar noise. Zeph doesn't look up, just continues working. After a moment, she gives a single, almost imperceptible nod. Blackwood slowly sets his helmet down. "Eagle Talon Division. You were Talon." Silence. "That's not possible," he continues, mostly to himself. "All Talon operatives were reported KIA after Summerond." Zeph finally pauses, looking up at him with eyes that seem far older than her appearance suggests. "I'll be discreet," Blackwood says quietly, then leaves with one final backward glance. Throughout the day, the hangar atmosphere shifts suddenly. Blackwood speaks urgently to other senior officers in corners. Some veterans immediately recognize the significance when pointed out. Others remain confused, but sense the change. "What's going on?" Captain Calloway asks a lieutenant. "That woman cleaning the Apache, she's wearing an Eagle Talon patch." What?" "Eagle Talon Division. Most classified unit in Special Ops history. They were ghosts. Went places even Delta Force wouldn't touch." Calloway's confidence wavers as he looks at the unremarkable woman he's been ordering around for months. By late afternoon, the hangar has developed an unusual quiet. Normal operations continue, but conversations are hushed. Every eye eventually finds its way to Zeph, who continues working as if nothing has changed. The day ends with Zeph still working. She completes reassembly of the chain gun, performing function checks with practiced ease. Those watching closely might notice her movements have changed subtly, more alert, more ready. As she packs her tools, she notices 2 military police officers have taken positions at the hangar entrance. They weren't there this morning. She glances at the patch on her arm, then pulls her sleeve down completely. She knows the quiet days are ending. Base Commander Austin Mercer arrives with his aide. His weathered face gives nothing away as his eyes find Zeph. Word from the Pentagon has come through. "Lieutenant Colonel Thorne," he calls out formally in the quiet space. Young personnel gasp. The mechanics who mocked her stand stunned. Captain Calloway watches with a pale face. "Eagle Talon Division. Operation Midnight Protocol. 7 confirmed Deep Shadow missions. 3 Congressional Medals of Honor classified under presidential directive. The only survivor of the Summerond incident." With each phrase, the atmosphere grows heavier. Some older veterans exchange knowing glances. A sergeant near the back unconsciously raises his hand in a salute. "You were reported KIA 5 years ago, ma'am. Why are you here?" Zeph speaks for the first time in front of assembled personnel, her voice steady but rough from disuse. "Because dead women don't get asked questions, and I needed the quiet." She scans the hangar, taking in every face, while I figured out who betrayed my team. Zeph activates the Apache's navigation system, entering commands that shouldn't be accessible to a maintenance tech. The screen illuminates with maps and communication patterns. For 7 months, I've been tracking encrypted communications moving through Vanguard systems. Someone here has been selling flight patterns and operational details to Obsidian Hand. The hangar erupts in controlled chaos. Officers gather around Zeph as she explains the data on screen. Captain Calloway watches from a distance, his earlier arrogance replaced with shock and embarrassment. "How did you survive Summerond?" an intelligence officer asks. Zeph's expression darkens. "I was separated from my team during the initial attack.
By the time I fought back to the extraction point, they were gone. Found their bodies 3 days later. She pauses. Spent 2 years gathering intel on Obsidian. When I traced their operation to Vanguard, I requested transfer here as a tech. A distant explosion rolls across the base. Alarms begin to wail. North perimeter, Mercer reports. All personnel, battle stations. Zeph stands calmly by the Apache. Standard Obsidian tactics. Primary strike team targeting this hangar. How many should we expect? At least 20 operators. Former special forces, well-equipped, highly trained. Major Blackwood approaches. No offense, ma'am, but one Talon operative and a hangar full of support personnel aren't going to hold off 20 elite mercenaries. For the first time, Zeph allows herself a small smile. You're right. She reaches into her toolkit, revealing a compact sidearm and combat knife. That's why we won't be here when they arrive. As darkness falls over Vanguard, we see Zeph in the center of it all. No longer invisible, the woman everyone ignored now commands the attention of the entire base. The transformation is complete. The disguise, discarded. The ghost has returned to the world of the living, and she's brought a storm with her. Some heroes serve in silence, stay invisible, fix what's broken, and disappear before anyone thinks to say thank you. Zephrine Thorne understood that true strength doesn't announce itself. Real heroes don't need recognition. She chose to serve in shadows, to fix what was broken without asking for credit, to disappear rather than explain who she really was. Because some stories are more powerful when they remain untold. Some heroes are more effective when they remain invisible. Have you ever met someone ordinary, only to discover they were anything but? Share your story in the comments and let us know what city you're watching from. Subscribe to Tales of Valor for more stories that honor the silent warriors among us. If this moved you, hit that like button and share with someone who needs to hear this.